I'm Mr. Grindler, and here are my creatures. And welcome back to another episode of Mr. Grindlers Creatures, but on today's episode we are going to be rehousing an Avic. So I think it's Avicularia. I'll put the name up down below. I don't really know this one because this is a tarantula. It's never really, it's never really like bothered me, if I'm honest. It's never been a must for me. It's something in the hobby that everyone goes mad about. You always see like Instagram reels, TikToks of Avics. And yeah, everyone just loves them, but me, I don't know. I've never really gone out my way to actually purchase one until now. Obviously, I have got a Avic. It used to be there, but I've moved it, which was from... Anyway, I'll show you that one a bit later on in the video, but for now, we're going to be concentrating on this Avicularia, I'm just going to call it an Avic. We're going to be concentrating on this one, and this is one of the last tarantulas that we've got to rehouse from the big box that Bethany Spiders sent over. So this Avic is, I don't know, I'd class it as a small juvie, if I'm honest, and I was a bit dubious about putting it inside this enclosure just here, but you know what, it's going to grow into it, you know, a couple more molts and it'll be the perfect size for it to go inside. Obviously it's an arboreal tarantula as well, so I haven't really got that much of a worry about it falling down. So yeah, we're going to go with this tarantula room enclosure, and we're going to use some of the bits of wood that Bethany actually sent over. So some nice bits with some moss on, and I think it would love it very much, if I'm honest. So let's go down to the table and let's have a look at how we set this tank up, shall we? Right, so for this Avic, this is how I've done the enclosure, and I'm actually digging it quite a lot. It looks absolutely fantastic. I love these little mossy sticks So I have made them a bit damp. Let me just walk around here quick. I have sprayed a bit of water on there just for the moss. Filled the water dish up, although it already needs changing because, yeah, it's pretty jank inside. We've got some substrate because we all know, you know, arboreal juveniles love to burrow, to be fair, so, you know, and then, you never know though, might make a little web structure up here. We'll have to find out. But, let's get this Avic inside, shall we? And then, I think I'm going to show you my Avic Morph Type 6. Right, so I think the best way to do this, I actually don't really know the best way to do this because I've not really made any ground for it to have a... I could maybe take the lid off and hope that it walks along here, I don't know. At the same time, I wouldn't really want it to fall out. I actually do not know the best way to do this. I'm going to try to do it this way. What can go wrong? Let me grab the tweezers quick. So, I'm hoping I could literally just nudge her out, to be fair. It's very hard to see, but there you go, she's moving. So if I could just get her out on that little bit of bark. Just need to come round this way a bit. Sorry, it's very hard to see myself. There we are. So it is gently coming out. Sorry, I'm blocking the light up a bit now. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. She is a beauty. Might be able to just... There you go, look. Oh, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, it's already out, look at that. That is a thumbnail right there. I think that is the thumbnail. Let me get a photo of this quick. Okay, so we need to get this girl back in, and I think the best way is to probably just touch her from just underneath. She is stunning. So she just thinks it's food by the looks of it. Insane. There we are, go on. Go on, gal. Ooh. Right, where's the lid? Where's the lid? And the lid is on. Woo! The lid is on. Alright. That was a bit eventful, if I'm honest. But we got there in the end. Okay, so I'm really happy with that, if I'm honest. You know, I'll take it back, everything I've said about the Avicularia. Because they're absolutely stunning. But she looks like she's going to be a lot of hassle for us down the line. But yeah, I can't wait to see what she actually... Look at that. Look at them fangs. But yeah, I can't wait to see what she does with this enclosure. And you know what that means. To do a little update a couple weeks down the line for this female. But first of all, I'm going to show you my Avic Morph Type 6. Just move this down here and grab this one. So yeah, it's actually quite an odd story. So I went down to Whitstable, which isn't actually that far from me whatsoever, and it was quite funny. I was driving along the motorway, and as we got off the motorway, my brakes actually stopped working, and it was actually quite frightening. So while I went and bought some spiders, we was waiting for the AA man to come. So yeah, that's quite a funny story, if I'm honest. So here is the Avic Morph Type 6. I think this is an X. Whoa, I'm gonna have to look it up because I don't want to say it wrong. I feel like I want to say the word Metallica. But yeah, I'll put the name up down below. But she is absolutely stunning, and yeah, Craig absolutely loves handling this one. She loves coming out of her enclosure. She loves having a little walk along the table. Absolutely great. So I will show you some feeding footage of this in just 2 seconds, but first of all, always lock your lids. Okay, so I'm finally going to be giving you this update, and I must admit that it's been quite long. I've had my tonsils out. It's been, obviously, I've had to recover as well, and then it's been a couple weeks after that. So yeah, the time frame is pretty mad of when I'm doing this update. But at the same time, it's pretty good because we can actually have a proper look at her enclosure and how she's settled in. So there currently isn't a water dish inside this enclosure because I took it out. It was absolutely filthy. I've got a new one down there that we can put in when we open this up, but the female Avic is the Avicularia. Avicularia is just here. So if we open up this lid, let me turn it around. So let's hope bit of some web here. So yeah, let's hope she doesn't bolt out the enclosure, but
look at her, she's absolutely stunning. So she has started to make this sort of tunnel sort of system with her web, and I find with most Avics they always seem to go up at the top of the enclosure. So to be fair, like tarantula room enclosures isn't the best for Avicularia species. You're probably thinking more of like a glass one, like trying to think now, I don't know, like some Exoterra like that, or you know, a front glass opening one, just something like that. It's probably more ideal because they're going to go to the top and you haven't got a front opening one. Yeah, if Tarantula Room did front opening and top opening, that'd be sick. And I think I saw something on Facebook along the lines of they're actually sort of developing something like that, so it'd be quite interesting. But we're going to try and feed her today, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm liking how this enclosure is at the minute, and I'm very appreciative of Beth sending these bits of logs over, little branches with all the moss on. It's a nice little added touch. Yeah, let's try feed this girl, shall we? I've got a red runner on my tweezers, and I don't know whether to try and tongue feed this or I don't know. I might put it on its web, to be fair. It's made a little web structure, so let's have a look. It's probably gonna go terrible, isn't it? Guess we'll find out in a second. Come on, don't disappoint me. Go for the food. So I was starting to lose hope a little bit here, but she has indeed fed, which is absolutely great. Fingers crossed I've managed to get some good footage that I've showed you on this camera as well. I might as well turn that one off now. There we go. Yeah, so very, very happy with this Avicularia. I think the enclosure for it is absolutely great. I'm going to give it, you know, the water dish in a second, give it a little soak down as well, get that moss a little bit wet. But yeah, I'm glad that she's settled in on this, and it's good that she's eating. So that is a little update done. So let's go back, shall we? And I lied, I wasn't finished just yet, but there's a good reason for that, and that is she is actually molted. So let me try to take this lid off. Ooh. There we go. Oh, I love the feeling of ripping fresh web. So, actually see her just there. So this was about, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. So it's still quite fresh, so I don't want to disrupt her too much. She looks absolutely gorgeous now. And this enclosure, she's webbed the whole top of it, just like most of the Avics, to be fair. So, my Avic Morph Type 6 up here, as you can see, she's webbed the top of the enclosure, just like I showed you earlier as well in the video, but she's absolutely stunning. So I will obviously get that molt out and try and sex it myself. Like I do with most tarantulas, but yeah, I can't wait until she hardens up a bit more, gets a bit more out. I think it would be good, you know. the tarantula that I absolutely hate, although I am starting to love them, so.
So we are coming to the end of the video once again, guys, and I want to say a massive thank you to Bethany once again. This is the last tarantula that I've got to rehouse out of the whole package, and I'm absolutely amazed by all of them so far. So thank you very much, Bethany, for selling me these spiders. But that is it for today's episode, guys. So if you could like, comment and share, that would be absolutely great. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon so you're notified of when I upload next. And don't forget, guys, I've got Patreon now, 5 different tiers, so if you want to help and support the channel, there's a link down in the description. But Mr. Grindlers down here, so are my creatures, so are my Balfouries, and so are all my Avics within my collection. Have a great week, guys. You all deserve it. Peace.